From the very beginning, we were looking for a humane way to carry this out and to minimize the time that would be involved in the actual execution. And I think that that has been Ms. Pike's goal all along.
After 3 days of testimony, a key hearing wrapping up today surrounding the fate of the only woman on death row in Tennessee. Jurors convicted Christa Pike of murder in the mid-90s. Lawyers for the 50-year-old are pushing to change how the state carries out her execution set for next month. 10 News reporter Nicole Borman joins us to explain the testimony this week and what is next. Nicole?
John, it was an intense 3 days to consider if the state should accommodate Pike when she's put to death. Both sides agreed she experienced significant trauma from her childhood and may suffer from a rare blood condition. That's about all that they agreed on. Christa Pike has been on death row for 30 years, the only woman facing execution in Tennessee. She's scheduled to be executed September 30th. But this week, her legal team argued the way that she's being put to death should be changed. They say that she has thrombocytosis, a medical condition that could cause her suffering as she bleeds out or experiences blood clots when given an IV. Her team also says that she has small veins that can make the process more challenging.
Insertion of IVs and injection of pentobarbital will be more likely to either be difficult to achieve because of the compromised veins here, or more likely to result in a blowout.
There were back-to-back testimonies from medical experts throughout the 3-day hearing. The state says Pike's team simply failed to prove what they claimed.
Plaintiff's experts, on the other hand, Ms. Pike's experts cited no sources for their belief that her thrombocytosis was going to pose a risk of IV access issues.
To avoid IVs entirely, Pike's team proposed hanging instead. They say it'll ensure Pike dies quicker.
In addition, with hanging, there is no need to strap Ms. Pike to a gurney, no need to prod and find venous access, and no need for her to lie there reliving her sexual assaults by the involuntary actions of her traumatized brain.
Tennessee hasn't had a judicial hanging in over 100 years. State attorneys argued the state isn't equipped to carry this out.
Now, both experts testified that if it's done right, hanging can be instant. But it's not always done right. And it's not easy to do right. And there's been no evidence presented that Tennessee could do it right.
The judge will now prepare a report next week for consideration by the state Supreme Court. Special Judge Mark Ward said that he'll turn in his report to the Supreme Court by next Friday, August the 21st. John?
Nicole Borman on the update.